some dick stories.
Be like, Emer, why do you let your daughter hang out with her?
Yeah, it's your fault.
Crazy toxic hoe. Except I used to be, and now I'm like okay with not being late for a year. I lied. No, I'm not. I'm crying.
I lied. No, I'm not. I'm crying. Her vagina's gonna stop working.
No, it's not. It won't take just a year.
I'm gonna tell her.
It takes a few years.
I'm still gonna tell her. So, Julie, my mom told me that if you stop having sex, like your vagina really will turn inside out.
But it's not just after a year, honey. Don't worry. I think it takes several years for that to happen.
I really.
But
think
I
that you
did
need to go.
confirm.
I don't even care how toxic this man is. Like, go glue his windshield wipers again. And it'll be fine.
I did confirm with my sister's friend who, on her front porch one summer night, who was a nurse, and I said, "Is that a real thing? Can that really happen?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, I've seen it. I've had to assist." And I went, "Oh, oh my God."
You can pink sock yourself.
I don't know what that means, and I don't think I want to.
Not having sex. So just go get laid. I don't care what you do.
Oh my God.
I'm worried about your vagina.
Buy a device.
She has devices. It's not the same.
Whatever.
Nothing's the same as the real man meat.
Oh my God.
Repugnant.
I can't. I demand an apology right now.
Sorry.
Right now.
Mom, you know that people have sex.
Okay, yeah. I
had a baby. I'm
well
not
aware.
exactly a
Yeah,
virgin.
yeah. We've all had babies. We're all having babies. Everyone's having babies. It's fine.
The gory details.
I just, yeah, exactly.
I think the gory
just
details
like
are
I
so
don't,
fun
I
to
don't.
talk about, though.
They might be for you, but not to me. You know.
I mean,
or like you talk to your friends.
Obviously, I do talk to my friends. Julie and I talk about sex more than anything else. She's literally always talking about some kind of dick somewhere.
Okay.
And I'm just like, okay.
It's not that I mind it. It's the way that you talk about it.
My language is beautiful.
It's
very descriptive.
You think so, and yet every time my jaw drops, you continue. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
That is like literally the whole fucking point of this. The whole point. But I have bullet points because, you know, my stepdad told me to make bullet points.
He did.
And I only listen to him.
Who's your stepdad?
Joe Yannetti, the boss. So
she does.
I love him.
Listen to him.
So yeah. So we had my crazy girlfriends chat. All right.
Yeah.
I want to get into my ex-boyfriend.
That was Joe's suggestion. To have some of your crazy girlfriends.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of them are fucking insane. I absolutely love it because
I wasn't sure about it.
I had a whole conversation in the break room the other day about death. Like we were both just sitting there being like, yeah, whatever. If I die, I die. It's fine. We're just like, wow, this is sad. Like, we should not be talking like this. No. But you have like that deep, dark humor with some of your friends. I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't really want to die, but like, you know, when you're at work and you're like 8 clients deep and sweating, you're like, yeah, I'm okay with getting hit by a bus today. I'm all right with it.
You're not okay with that.
No, you know how many, I literally am like a fucking therapist at the time. I had a woman hug me. It's COVID. Oh. She hugged me.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, I'll give you a hug because I feel like you're very sad.
Oh.
And if you want to hug me, it's fine. But, yeah. So, I mean, we have like a lot of really fucking dark, weird shit, especially hairdressers. We're all kind of crazy, so.
It is kind of that reputation, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
Hairdressers are
beautiful,
normally crazy.
Nurses are like that too.
Yes, nurses.
Nurses?
Julie's
really
nuts.
Cut it out. I have friends that are nurses. They're awesome.
Go to their work.
Okay, maybe they're a little crazy because they are my friends. So.
Yeah, they're your friends. Number one, not one of your friends.
They are my
is normal.
friends. They're a lot of fun.
Julie works in the health field,
fun.
and I told you what she'd be doing in that office.
I know. I don't want to know. I can't. I won't.
Things.
Yeah, I can't go into rooms ever again. The thing. I'm gonna pull the sheet down again.
Honestly, if I worked in that environment, I'd probably do that kind of stuff too.
Oh my God! I don't. Just don't say it, please. Don't.
But like a rich doctor.
No.
You know what I mean? Just
no,
be like,
just
like somebody else. Just want to slide that joke in there, just to be fuck you. We all love that. But yeah, no, I want to talk about my crazy ass ex, which was pretty funny of my life. I got tricked.
Catfished.
No, he was hot.
I know.
We get a guest.
Well,
Hi.
done.
Don.
Don't let me interrupt. What's up, we're
You came just in time
He's a
to talk
handsome
about
man.
some trannies.
Stop
Look
it.
at
You
look
guys are
at
too much. Enough.
Put it
No
more.
more.
Look
You
at
should do like a
the
little hair
perfect
flip.
cough. Yes.
Yep.
There you go.
Don,
Rising star.
Don just showed up in time for me to talk about trannies, so he's lucky.
Also known as the perfect time.
Yes.
So Devin has been
wasn't
known to have
catfished.
a bad picker. Okay. And so just to, because I know you're going to leave this part out. So there was this fella, and he had been chasing and commenting on Devin's stuff all the time, and she ignored him. He made this video. He made this really weird, awkward video of how he sent her flowers, which, by the way, many men have sent her flowers to her work that just, saw her on an Instagram or something, and they would just send her flowers. So
like
this
3
was one of
times.
those guys.
Can I jump in for 1 second
I
with
sent
something?
Devin flowers.
Yeah, I've sent her flowers.
I have found that sending flowers is the most pussy stupid thing you can possibly fucking do.
Yeah, 3
It is
men
a-
have sent me flowers.
It's a
and
bribe for
I'm like-
sex, and you come off as a fucking weak pussy.
Yes. He
And I've
literally
learned this
cried
lesson
about
over my
it.
life. I'm like, I've done it, and that's why I've been like afterwards. I'm like, wow, what a fucking loser I am.
I had a
Trial
guy
and
send me
error.
flowers, not this ex, but another one. He sent me flowers after I broke up with him and chocolate covered strawberries. When I literally told him I don't fucking like chocolate. I hate it. I hate chocolate. And so I Snapchatted me handing out all the chocolates to my coworkers and was like, you didn't even fucking listen to what I like and I don't like. If you know me, send me some wine and gummy bears, you stupid fuck. Like, do the real thing. I want a bottle of wine. I don't want chocolate.
Okay. So anyway, Devin, who is at, so this guy makes this video, and Devin is out on, she's with me and my husband and our
God, I
neighbors.
showed everybody.
And my neighbors are kind of insane, right? They're all about my age, maybe a little older, some of them retired, but really fun people to hang out with who are lunatics. And one of them, Jim,
He's my favorite.
yeah. So Big Jim, and I'm gonna say his name. Don't care because he won't care.
He
Neither
won't give
will
a
his
shit.
wife.
He's literally the funniest
So anyway,
thing ever.
he can tell he has a
good picker.
he has very good perception of people very quickly. He can read
was
people
bad.
very quickly, and he'll say something, but he's stoned like all the time. So you know, so you're always like, I don't know what to make of it, but he's always right. So you're like, damn, Jim was right. So we're watching the video, and the first thing that pops into my head is, I go, this guy's gay, and looks at it, he goes, hey, he's definitely gay. I was like, I go, he's gay. I know gay people when I meet gay people. He's gay. A lot of my
This is the
friends,
second time that has happened to me in
I'm
my
like,
life.
this guy, I was like, I go, show that to Big Gay Mike. I said to Devin, she is one of her
my
one of
best
her very
friends.
best friends.
I absolutely adore him.
Is a
he
big
purposely
man. Is a
wants-
big gay man named Mike.
Right.
But he
So
purposely
that's
wants
what
people to call
BG
him Big
so
Gay
she
Mike.
calls
He was
him
like a
BG.
tow truck driver. Like
I
everything.
found there's a lot of big gay whoever's.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
We call him
And it's
BGM.
cool.
And I think that's just because there's such a, what do you call it? Not cub, bear. Bear.
He's a bear.
So
And he's
that's,
got,
you
like,
either
his
go
young
like,
boyfriend that's
like
I'm
a little-
chiseled cub
Yeah.
or big burly bear, and that's so 50% of the gay population.
Him and his
will be
boyfriend are
overweight.
quite literally a big bear and a pretty boy.
My husband was
Like,
working
that's how it
somewhere
is.
where
Which
they were
is
having
also-
a bear convention, and they
Oh my
invited
God,
him in.
I
Yeah,
love
Joe,
that.
big hairy Italian man. I was like,
I would love going to a bear
I
convention.
said,
I'd be like,
did
"No,
you
can snuggle
go?
me?
He's like, no.
Why?
The walk
I
through the
would go.
gauntlet. He was like, no.
I would go. If I was a dude, I'd be like, what's up?
No.
Like, everyone's hitting on
As
me. I
much
like the
as he
attention.
would, it probably get a lot of entertainment. I don't believe he did. We'll have to ask him. But anyway, so I said, show it to BGM and ask him what he thinks, because he'll tell you. He'll
He
confirm.
hated all of my
So
friends.
Devin, so he didn't like this guy either.
No,
so-
he hated Patrick.
So yeah, he knew. He knows. So anyway,
Well, we call him fuck now.
Devin decided that to give him.
I went
a
on a
chance.
date with him, and I was scared because I was like, okay, this guy sent me flowers to my work. First of all, never told him where I worked. but I have a hair page, so he obviously
Oh,
creeped and
that's-
figured it out. And then the card just said flowers and shit. And I was like, oh, that's funny, thank you. And I'm like, I feel really fucking weird right now. And my friend at the time, like Vanessa, was like, don't do it, don't go out. And she's like, and if you do, come to my restaurant. So she was like a bartender. So I'm like, all right, I'll go where you work. Because I'm an idiot. And I went. And he had
Pulled
his
the date though, which is surprising.
he pulled the
He
date.
did. He did.
He creeped until I felt bad
did.
about it because I'll
He
say
guilted her. He made
I
her
was just gonna
feel.
say-
He made her feel horrible. He's like, I made this whole video. I've done this. I've done that. I don't know what
he
else
was
I can
a
do to get her
very
attention.
attractive guy though. Like,
And he
super
looked.
good-looking.
He did. He did. He knew how to. You know, he was very attractive at the time.
It got progressively bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
Oh,
he just
like
fell off a
rapid
cliff.
downhill. Yeah.
Like I think I met him in a manic state of like good, and
Yeah.
then he just like got manically fucking bad. Where I was like, what the hell is happening?
He went off medication or something.
No. He started medication at the end of our relationship because I was like, I don't think you're okay. Like, there's a lot that I'm seeing that I think you need some meds or something.
But he seemed so perfect.
yeah, at first
He did to everybody.
Yeah,
He was tall. He was handsome. He got on our boat, although he annoyed my husband immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately, Joe did not like him. Immediately, he gets on the boat. He gets on our boat, and he's wearing this white cotton shirt, and he's rolled up the sleeves, and he's got these very expensive $300
That's
sunglasses
Gucci
on.
sunglasses.
And whatever, and he's
should've
like,
known.
"Oh yeah, let's go out in the boat around the lake." I don't know if he thought we were doing like a ride out for 10 minutes and back. It's a
day thing.
it's a like we go out for a couple of hours. We do a slow cruise around. We look at stuff. We
snack.
you know, we
have
snap,
beverages.
like, we have-
everybody's having fun.
it's a day. Well, we live on a lake. We're out in the boat for the
like the
day,
best thing to
hanging
do
out
at
with
your house.
neighbors.
It's a
whatever.
mobile restaurant.
Yeah,
Basically,
and
yeah,
we
they
pull
have
up
a
next to
grill
our
on there
neighbors and
now.
hang out and swim a little and whatever. So we have a good time. We go to the sandbar, whatever. But no, this douche gets on, and we had just gotten a ladder that actually fit and worked
douche.
on the side of our boat.
Oh my god.
So,
I
yeah.
forgot about the ladder.
Yeah.
Joe is so fucking mad.
Still never get over the damn ladder. So anyway, we're just not ever gonna get. He till this day he can't stand losing things, but when somebody lost it on him. So anyway,
Basically-
this guy gets on, thinks it's only 10 minutes, starts whining like a bitch. After we look behind us, and there's the two of them taking their perfect selfies. And we were dying laughing. I go, oh my God, they're meant for each other. Look at the selfies. They're both on them. This is my good side. No, well, you move over here. We're on this tiny little boat. You move over. You move over here.
Little did I know.
We're
that I
dying
did something
laughing. We're-
completely
Joe
Who was
different.
doing this? It was you. Oh, both
Devin
of
and
you.
her and the new boyfriend.
I selfie all the time.
My husband and I are
Fair.
watching
Okay,
them.
I thought there was a second dude on the boat besides your husband.
Me and my husband,
Okay.
her
No,
and this
no,
guy.
I thought it was two dudes doing that.
No.
No, a guy and a girl. With like,
So
I
then-
expect a woman to do it.
Yep.
When a guy's taking like 800 selfies, I'm like,
Oh,
Oh, he does
God.
it a lot.
Oh, yeah, he took
And
a
he
lot
has, like,
of
poses.
himself, right?
You should
So-
see his Instagram right
so
now.
anyway,
It's like literally all.
Why do you even look there?
Because sometimes I think
What's
it's
the matter with
funny.
you? It's terrible. Don't do it.
I thought it was funny. I was
Stop.
like, you look
Stop
sad.
yourself right now. Stop.
I'm not attracted to it.
I know
I'm a
you're
boyfriend.
not. You just have a weird thing in your head that says you still need to look at that. Stop it. Okay.
Ew.
Stop. Yep.
How
I tell her
dare
the same
you.
thing. She does it too. She does it too. She can't help herself. Stop it. Anyway, so
I'm offended.
I'm all done. Anyway, you made me forget where I was going. So the guy goes to jump off. So it's like 90 something degrees. We're going swimming. So he jumps into the lake
With his sunglasses
So
on.
Joe says to him, "You're going to lose those glasses, those very expensive glasses in the lake," because he did let us know how expensive they were before he jumped into the lake.
Yeah.
And he jumps into the water and he's like, "Nope, glasses are still on. I'm still wicked cool."
And then he shook his head.
And then he shook
they
his head with
fell
his
off.
hair and his glasses right and dropped.
I sat there and I was like, oh, I'm not going to hear
Joe
like, the end of this.
had
with
the
him.
worst time in the world trying to hold his laughter. He did his best. He was like, he held it for, I think he did burst out and had a little bit of a laughter, but he contained himself when this kid was trying to dive down to look
To
for
find
the
them.
glasses.
He's a
But
smoker with
it
asthma.
secretly made Joe really, really happy that happened. So then we're going back because now we have to rush back because
And
he
he goes,
was
"I wanna
taking
take
Devin
her to
out to
dinner."
dinner or
It was
something.
like July 4th, actually.
Yeah, and we were like, whatever. I said, you knew we were going to be out here for hours, and he was like, oh, I thought it was just a couple minutes, and we were going back. I'm like,
No, Joe like spent forever.
So
blowing up a
anyway-
float,
so
and then he
anyway,
asked if
we
it
go
was
to go
for
back.
him.
the douche was the last one up, doesn't take the ladder off the side of the boat after Joe says, make sure you bring the ladder in because he's busy fluffing his hair and putting his little poplin cotton shirt back.
Poplin?
Whatever.
What's poplin?
It's a kind of cotton. Anyway,
Is it
so
though? I think she just made that
it's a
up.
poplin.
You definitely
Sure.
just fucking made
No,
that up.
I didn't ask Santina. Anyway, the guy puts his shirt back on, and we go to drive away, and Joe notices that his ladder is now gone, and we can't retrieve it. It's nowhere. We couldn't get it. It's sunk to the bottom of the lake. So he's really pissed off because it took us a long time, and the ladders are expensive, and we'd gone through, I don't know, a couple of them. So he was bullshit.
It's a long story about a ladder.
So we go back to the house, but that was Joe's first impression. He's like, don't like him. He wasn't wrong.
I think that
But you
everybody
liked him
was
so
just happy that I was
You
happy
were so
at
happy.
first.
You were very happy.
So long story short, we went to like move in together. Like we were looking at places. I know. I was in a sad
How
place.
long were you guys dating?
About 6 months in at the time.
Yeah.
You're an
So
idiot.
this was.
Well, start
I
it.
know.
Too early, right?
I was an
Too
idiot.
early.
Listen, now I've been dating my boyfriend for 6 months, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not making the same
I
mistake.
think probably even a year is too early.
Yeah.
Even
it
a
definitely
year is
would
probably-
be. But he was
probably
also
too early.
breaching the subject, and he was like, "Oh, I want kids,"
Yeah,
and I
was
was like,
with
"I don't
Joe
want
more
kids."
than a year before. Yeah.
Like I already have a kid, but
You're
I
like,
don't
I already
want
have one. I
more.
gotta be honest with you. I'm on the fence about him.
I mean, I'm like, ugh, well, there's a lot. No, I love him.
He thinks you're a lot. and
My son is annoyed with me consistently. It's totally fine.
He's a
But
good
see that.
boy.
he is very great, but that's why I don't want any more. Because if you have one really awesome kid,
You'd have another one.
you'd have another one that's a fucking asshole.
No, you won't.
And I'll have a me, and I don't want a me. I have
that's
a
what
Walter
you're
who
afraid of?
follows the rules, and he's
Yeah.
really good.
So you would
and
need to
then-
have another boy.
No. Yeah. I could not be a girl mom. We'll be very honest about that. I'm not capable of that at all.
That's a terrible thing to say, but you'd be very good.
No, I wouldn't. I know that already. Look at us in high school.
So that was like a backhanded compliment. Did anybody get that? That was an insult. So I'm a jerk. What?
Oh,
I was
wow.
a,
No,
was I a
not
bad
you,
mom?
but look at us in high school. We were
Oh.
very similar to
How
each
hard
other.
it was?
Yeah. I don't want to do that. I fist fought you
weren't-
on my bedroom floor once.
We weren't
rolling
similar
around.
to each other at all. That's the thing. We weren't similar
Yes,
to each other. No.
Yes, we were. Everyone says you and your mom are so much alike that's why you're at each other's throat. Everyone in our family has said that.
No, you're like me now, but that's because you've been through things that I've been through.
Okay, even so, in high school, I was definitely like you.
No, you weren't.
There's a reason why you get to where you are to go through the same
No,
things.
I
that you
didn't
go
talk to
through.
my parents the way you talked to me. I didn't do to my mother what you did
Okay,
to me.
whatever. All I'm saying is we fist fought on the fucking bedroom floor.
That
and
was you.
My brother was eating popcorn. That wasn't me. He literally was eating popcorn, thinking it was hilarious, and I was like, "Can you help us? Like, can
He was,
someone pull
he was
somebody
watching you
off?"
get your ass kicked.
I did get my ass kicked. And it sucked. Don't think you can take Emer.
Yeah,
You cannot.
don't.
Like literally, there was one time she slapped me and two of my friends in the face within one swing. She just went boom, 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 boom.
I've heard of this story, but I don't remember it at
You
all.
slapped me, Chris, and Danny.
There's absolutely no
Because
way
we were
that
all
happened.
hungover. We pulled out my trundle bed and all of us slept on like the thing, like making a giant bed out of it. Like nothing weird happened, but we were so drunk the night before that like we left TC's.
How old were you?
I don't want to answer
In your
that.
20s? Early
No.
20s?
I was-
Late teens?
We left the
Okay,
bar.
whatever.
We left the bar.
That bar
And
is
then-
gone now anyway. It burnt down.
Did burn
I
down.
know,
It was the
it's
best place in the entire world. Anyway, we left there. Chris was passed out on this fucking sidewalk where the bartender, Keith, well, no, he was the door guy, was twisting his nipples to try to wake him up. He's like, "Wake up, you fuck." And me and Dan are just sitting there like, like, let him get fucked up. It's fine. We're like, we'll use his credit card in the taxi. That's what we did. We made him pay for the ride home. Left my car there, and he paid for the taxi because he was the one that was supposed to drive, which is bad.
You got way off topic there.
Yeah, I did. I went on a little rant, and it's totally fine. But got really crazy, like super fucking insane.
He was making everything perfect. He did everything perfect. He had perfect date. He had the perfect birthday. for you. Your friend Ari came.
Yeah,
took
Ari and
pictures,
Vanessa like did all this stuff
Yeah,
for
and
me.
it turns out that Ari and Vanessa paid for everything and Patrick paid
Nothing.
for nothing.
Literally didn't pay a dime. And I was like, oh my God.
And Devin didn't know this till later when her friends told her.
Yeah, my friend was like, I spent like $300
And that was
on your birthday. And I
horrifying.
was like, oh my God, I'm so
That was
sorry. Like, I would
horrifying.
never want
Yeah.
you to do that.
Yeah,
Like,
so
no.
ladies beware.
Whoever dates him next is
Catfish.
goddamn, like, I feel so bad for them. But the way he broke up with me was the weirdest shit.
It was horrible.
So it was New Year's Eve, and I was like, let's spend like New Year's together or whatever. And he was like, yeah, okay. And like he got mad at me for something. I have no idea. Like I was like, oh, me and Walter are gonna come up, and he's like, oh well, you know, I want to play like this game. I'm gonna stream tonight because he's a gamer, and that should have been a red flag, but it wasn't. Don't date a gamer.
Sorry.
That was
Get away with
I
murder
can't
if you're
believe
tall. It's
you
ridiculous.
dated somebody who was a gamer.
He played video games and thought he was gonna make money off of it, and
Yeah.
like he had like
tried
a
to be funny.
sticker that he had made of himself and like a wife beater, which I really just should have taken that as also a red flag.
He had a sticker of himself playing video games and a wife beater.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
It's so bad, and he's going like this in the game in the sticker, so he's like, you know, that douchebag like pose,
Really
like,
cool guy.
hand in my fist, like, yeah, what's up? And I'm like, oh god. Like, this is so fucking bad. But I like asked to have the sticker. I was like, oh, can I have that one? And he's like, no, you can't have that. That's for this. And I'm like, okay, sorry. Like, I was like, I wanted to just stick it on my phone because I was like, oh, my boyfriend. I was being cute. No. He gave it to his neighbor who I made dinner for a bunch of times. And, you know,
Fine, I'll just put this After All audio production sticker on my.
yeah.
That's right.
Make
That's
him
going
jealous.
on.
First of all, I will After All production all the stickers everywhere. They're going on
You should have seen
everything.
them. I had to do a live read.
Oh, I was
It was-
so dumb.
To do for like an
was-
ad. Oh,
yes,
I'm
took us a
Devin, I'm
while.
Emer, we're Mother, I'm sorry. We're here at After All audio production. Oh,
I'm a sped.
they
Let's
could
put that.
not stick it. I got some great blooper reels.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I literally couldn't do it. I was very bad. It was
There's a
fine.
lot of it's the After All audio production
It's
that
the
we couldn't
A's, I
say
can't.
on like
Okay.
while
And
you
I'm
think about
up
it.
there looking like a fucking highlighter. I'm like,
Looking like a highlighter.
She's
do.
into
I
the
know, I
80s
got it,
the
I got
80s
it.
outfits.
Did
I
you
was
get
like,
it?
all
I did
right.
get it.
even my
Well, that's.
sneakers.
I was looking at the sneakers and then I was like, I don't see that color that much anymore. And I was like, wait a minute, the pants are the same
Entire.
color. It looks very like 1980s color.
Thank you.
I know, I
That's my
can't
vibe.
I
It
can't
said we're going up to
transparent
the green screen. She's
because
gonna
her
look
shirt-
like
Oh,
she's
I know.
invisible if she doesn't have a jacket on.
I'm quite literally
This
an
is
80s
Devin.
child.
She
It
has
reminds
no
me of
mid-
Hypercolor. Do you remember that?
Well, of what?
What?
Hypercolor. It was the 80s thing, and like you'd wear a shirt and it would be like that color.
Yes.
And if somebody came and slapped you, their hand print stayed on the shirt for like 15 minutes.
What?
I
want
don't
one of
remember
those.
that.
Yeah, if, like you could touch them and it would be based off of your body heat.
How
So,
old are
like,
you?
Holy shit! I want one of those.
I'll divulge, but how old do you think I am?
Maybe in
I
your
love playing
45.
this game.
Huh?
I love playing this game.
Maybe
45.
in your 40s.
46.
I'm a fucking genius. Said 45.
And by
I
the
thought
way,
he was 27 when I partnered up with him. I never would have partnered up with a 46-year-old.
Oh my
know.
God, he's so
My
old.
boyfriend's 44. You old.
luckily,
Y'all shut the fuck
luckily I
up.
look 25.
I got an old ass man.
So
My
handsome,
ball
I
and
couldn't say
chain.
no.
I'm fine with it. But no. So back to him. This is how
I
he
don't,
does.
I don't want to
me.
hear about how old everybody is. I'm the oldest person here. Shut up. Anyway,
Okay, no. Let's talk about.
It
how
is
he
an
dumps me.
insufferable quality when people that aren't old, air fingers, brag about how old they are. Oh God, can you imagine what's gonna be like? But you don't know. I'm 30. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Like, I don't want to fucking hear you fucking whining.
I do
Don't.
that all
Yeah.
the
So I
time.
got.
I
can
do that.
I
imagine
think
how you
I
look
saw a wrinkle.
Yeah, it's.
Shut up.
Do you know how much eye cream I put on? I spend so much money on just my face.
Just drink some water.
Drink water.
I drink a lot of water. All
Listen
day,
to J Lo.
every day.
You ask J Lo. She says drink water.
Fuck
Drink water.
J-Lo and her.
I love
fun
J Lo.
outfit. I cannot stand
Oh my
her.
God, she's amazing.
Her Marry Me movie. I'm like, please kill me.
Oh,
before I
stop.
ever-
Whatever she does, though, she makes a lot.
It's dog
She
shit.
makes
It's
a
so
ton of money
fucking
off it. Whatever.
stupid.
Good for her. She's
What
a
the
power
fuck is the
woman.
point
Do
of that?
not ever tear down a successful woman like that. She is amazing.
I think she's
fuck
annoying.
that.
Are
she's
you
annoying.
shitting me?
No, like,
Thank
don't
you.
ever tear down a
No.
successful woman.
She's
Like,
annoying.
What
Like
kind
her?
of logic
She
is
does
that?
everything.
No, I'm
She's
not.
amazing.
I'm not hating on J Lo specifically, but because she's a
incredibly
woman,
talented.
like,
Yes,
and
no, you can
successful,
hate on a woman
You can
that's
hate on
successful.
anybody.
Oh, I have hated on successful. I had a
first
boss
of
that
all,
was a horrible
what about
successful
what
woman,
about
but she was
successful
mean.
woman with what's her face there when we were talking about like rapey crap earlier? What's his name? The guy that had like a sex island.
Oh, Epstein.
Oh,
yes, his girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's
She
lame.
was a successful woman.
Yeah.
Oh, you can tear
And
her
she's
down all day.
diddling
You can-
everybody.
She's a
Nobody is
she's
above
not
being
human.
made fun
She's
of or
not
taken
Thank you.
down. Nobody.
J-Lo knows that she makes shit movies and that her personality is fucking weird because she went from dating like, everybody and their mom
She's bad.
back with Ben fucking Affleck, the worst
Well, let's
actor in the
also
world.
slow down
Oh
right
my
there.
God, I love
you
Ben
shitting
Affleck.
on Ben
You
Affleck
can't-
like he's nothing either as well. I enjoy Ben Affleck.
I don't
I love
enjoy
Ben
him.
Affleck.
I don't enjoy
Oh my
him.
God, I love him.
I
I
think
love
he's
his brother
annoying.
is a really
His
amazing
brother's
actor.
funnier than him and a better actor.
Not funnier. I wouldn't say like his
better.
brother is
He's better.
very good.
His brother is better than him.
Oh,
Ben Affleck has won like multiple Oscars and
Yeah.
has written these unbelievable movies. Like,
He has.
did he do Mystic River? Or,
I actually
No.
was just.
did he do Mystic River? He
No,
did one of those
not
Boston
Mystic
movies
River.
besides The Town. He did one of those like sad
Did the
ones.
town.
He did The Town.
Oh,
Like,
there was one that his brother was in that he
Manchester?
wrote that was so
Man-
so
Did
sad.
he write
Like
Manchester?
Yeah.
I was
That's
in
the
a dark
saddest fucking
place
thing.
for a
movie,
long time
she-
after he did it. I hated that movie because
She was
only
like, "You
because
can't
it was
watch
in me
it."
a dark place.
It was-
put me in a dark place.
It was fucking awful.
You
in
literally
terms
said
of
to
how
me,
sad
you're
it
like,
made you
I
feel.
can't.
I can't.
You were like,
my
Devin,
heart
you
was
can't
so
watch
sad.
this shit. And I was like, why? And she's like, you'll never be
Don't-
okay
don't-
after.
you're not gonna be
and
alright.
I ended up
Yeah.
watching it. I was like, she was right. I was like, why did I not listen
But
to
yet,
my mom?
yeah. But yet they're terrible.
It's kind of like
Whatever.
when
I don't think he's that great.
Here,
The
don't
fact-
smell this. What? Are
Yeah.
smell this?
That's
I gotta
literally
have
me
it.
in general for
gotta have it.
everything. But no, like, I don't find him that great. don't
I
think
do.
he's- Okay, well, good for you.
I enjoy him.
I've also met him.
Kiss ass.
He's really
No.
nice.
I thought you meant I was kissing Affleck's ass. I'm like, what is he in the fucking room? Oh, you meant
No.
kissing your mom's ass.
Mom,
Maybe some.
pick up on it. Maybe Ben will be here.
Actually,
and
we
be
gotta
like,
get you out of here because Ben's coming in about 15 minutes.
And
You're
don't
like, "This
you
girl's
think
talking
that he's
shit."
ever going to invite you
if
anywhere?
he ever hears this, I hope he knows that I regret one of his dating choices highly for him.
Oh yeah, well he regrets it too. I'm sure.
I bet everybody
Maybe.
that's dating
I
that
know.
person
Shh.
does.
Okay.
I'm just
Anyway,
saying.
don't go there.
Whatever.
I know. Just don't. Don't. That's not something you want to hear about.
We derailed again.
Anyway,
I can't even talk about my
anywho,
breakup. 'Cause J-Lo.
so back to
So he, that's funny. He
so it was New Year's Eve.
he decided that we were looking at apartments that night, like just going over things and like financials and how much we'll be able to afford and whatever. Then all of a sudden he starts screaming at me, and I was like, "What the? Why are you yelling?" Like he has like a mental breakdown. He's like, "That's it, we're done," and I'm like, "Okay, what?" So I was really sad because I didn't realize how crazy he was because like I was being a dumb female and just whatever.
At least you acknowledge that.
Yes, it was like you have to. When I look back, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I was so fucking stupid. He was so manipulative. Like he faked an asthma attack on her birthday to leave her birthday party early,
At my house.
and said he didn't have his inhaler in the
And
car.
and my friend who's a firefighter was like, "That's a really serious thing. You really should get it." Like we were all worried about him.
yeah,
He faked.
he faked it.
Yeah.
Because his inhaler was in the truck, and then he said he found it when we got back to the house, and I was like, "What?" I'm like, "You're
Yeah.
saying my mom's hypoallergenic dogs gave you an asthma?"
He's like, "Did the people that live here before you have cats?"
He has a cat at
And that
home.
is how he said it. Do they have cats?
He
And
has
I
a
was
cat
like,
at the house.
"No, we
That's
didn't have
the
any
thing.
cats.
We
Nobody
had a cat.
cats."
We had Daisy.
This
I would
house
like
is,
to watch this podcast if you could go back in time while you were dating him and then just hear your rosy colored view of all of the stories that you're telling in the moment.
Oh my
and then we
God.
could compare it with now. That
I
would
was
be
literally like
amazing.
so in love. I was like, oh my God, mommy's having an asthma attack. Like, now I look back and I'm like, oh fuck, he faked that. I literally gave my real inhaler to him because I was worried about him. And I was like, I can just grab another one. I'll get a refill because I have actual asthma.
Yeah.
So inhalers are all the same? Like it's the same thing in all inhalers? pretty
No,
much?
not really. There's different kinds. Like I have a buterol because I have what's it called? Like environmental asthma, so like things will trigger it. But he just got rescue inhalers because he smoked so much that his lungs like gave out basically.
Ew.
Yeah, that's why he was like that. But either way,
Oh.
but he like ends up freaking out, breaking out with me. But that night he made a fake Instagram. This is real. Sent me a message saying that he was cheating on me and that I've seen your boyfriend on dating apps, and then sent me his pictures on the dating app. And it was him in my sunglasses on my parents' boat, the picture that I fucking took of him, and then on my birthday with my family. Like, all of these pictures that when we were together. And then he's like, I wasn't on there. I just made it just to see what was out there. And I'm like, the worst fucking part about it was that his name was Bad Boy 30.
Oh, but he made a fake email to send
He
you
made a
He
fake
made a fake
Instagram.
Instagram.
incriminate himself.
To make
To
me not want to talk
incriminate,
to him.
so that
And I was
he
like, am
could
I that
show her,
crazy?
he could be, so he could kind of, in an whatever undermining way.
No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal. Like,
No big
I'm
deal.
on a
Like, I
dating
never
site.
thought about you before. I've been on this dating site, or
Yeah.
I'm on this dating site, and
Come
somebody
to find
else-
out, though,
yeah.
he told me that
and he did
was
it all himself. He orchestrated it himself, which is
so
bizarre.
weird. But he also made it a point to tell me that he was banging trannies. Like, he got paid to fuck trannies
Paid too. Huh?
Yeah.
while we were dating.
So he's a
So I went
prostitute.
out and I was like, I have to get
But
fucking
did you confirm
tested.
that, or was that just another thing you were saying to disgust you or whatever?
No, I confirmed it because one of his
He-
friends told me that.
Oh,
he
that
did it
part
with
was
him.
true.
Oh, he did. He did apparently.
He really did do it.
Yeah.
Like, one of him and his friends,
He went off.
this like weirdo fuckboy that like I hated. Every time he called, this kid would be talking about like how like he fucked this bitch and that bitch and blah blah blah, and he was just like so vulgar about everything that I was like, that guy sucks. Like, does he know that he sucks?
Yeah.
Like, he had a kid and then just like left and was like, yeah, well, I don't feel like doing that. And Patrick was like, oh yeah, like I get it. And I'm like, you just abandoned your child and you're talking about it like it's
Like
nothing.
casual.
Yeah. And I was like, I hate that guy.
So another giant red flag.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like,
These
this
are
is
the
your
people
only
you,
friend.
you hang out with.
Yeah,
These
this
are
is
your
his
friends.
only friend. He had no other friends.
Yeah.
Like, and he would cry to me about not having friends because he moved from Connecticut to New Hampshire.
Also had a sibling he didn't talk to. His mother was estranged from him. Like, there was
I
a
met
lot
his mom
of red
a week
flags.
before.
A lot.
I met his mom a week before we broke up.
Yeah.
And she was buying me like presents saying like, oh, my future
It's
daughter-in-law.
like, stick around.
Yeah,
You'll
she
give
like
him
really
meds.
likes me.
You'll be
And then
okay.
I was just like, oh, okay, like your son's sorry, he's busy fucking a tranny right now.
Oh.
It was horrible. And then he tried to circle back around right before I started
He
dating my
did.
new guy.
Yeah.
He like
And he paid. He got paid for it too. You
he
said.
got paid for it. He also, after we broke up, he moved in with a married couple and was like their bitch sex slave.
Yeah.
That's a real
I
fact.
gotta think. So let
He
me ask
called
you
her
this.
and
Did you
told her about
so
it.
He
did-
told me.
All right, be
That's
real
my
for this for
hero.
1 second. Were you pathetic, sad when this ended?
I was
Oh, she
pathetic
was
sad.
very-
I was
Oh,
distraught.
It was horrible.
It was not okay.
Inconsolable.
But here's the thing: I hadn't dated
But
anybody.
and
in a really
it wasn't
long
really
time or
necessarily
liked-
the loss of him. It was
The coming down.
the
to
failure of it
Yeah,
again.
and
And it was that hurt.
That's
it
what
hurt.
it was. It was like I wanted because I've
She
always
wanted something
to get
so
married
badly
and to be
and
like
thought she was there, and then it
Yeah.
just got
And that's such a
blindsided.
weird thing. Women really
was
go
horrible.
through that. Is that they are in love with the idea of getting married, whereas
Yeah.
like
She wasn't in love with the idea of getting
Well,
married.
it was I wanted to get
She
married.
was in
I
love
wanted
with the
to, like,
idea of being
have
in
a
love
happy
and
family.
being in love,
My thing is I wanted the family dynamic.
She wanted
right,
it.
so like it just
which is
blew
what
up
is
in my
being in love.
face.
Is a family.
And I
Is
was like,
someone you care
"Fuck."
about, who cares about you back as much as you care about them. That's the definition of a family.
Yeah, but
it doesn't. You don't have to be married. You don't
yeah,
have to
but you
whatever.
know what?
But
That piece of paper makes it a lot harder
It-
for the person to be like, "I'm
bail.
fucking out of here."
It does.
Yeah, I like the
It makes it a
security.
lot harder.
It's the security that I'm looking for, right? Like that's what I want. I am very secure in my relationship I have now, but that's because like he is like lets me know.
well trained.
Well, no, I didn't have to do anything.
you know
I
what
got
you
him
don't.
well-trained.
You know what the bad things are after a while. You may not know what all the good things are, but you definitely know what you don't want.
Yeah,
you
don't really
definitely
go for
figure
the
out.
guy with a
I
motorcycle.
okay. All right. Here's
thing is, too-
here's what all the red flags are, and you figure that out.
His
I mean,
ex-girlfriend had
takes
hit me
some of
up
us longer
and told
than
me
others.
that like she messaged me on Facebook. I'm not
Girl,
on
this dude
Facebook.
fucks trannies.
This,
Watch
he
out.
fucked, no, she literally was
She
like, he
did,
beat me
I
up,
think.
and yeah, and she was like, and he really was doing this stuff, and I was like, what the fuck? fuck, because she was like, you're gonna get hurt if you stay with him, because there was a broken baseball thing in his kitchen, and I always was like, what the fuck happened? He's like, oh, my ex fell into it. And I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
How do you fall into a cabinet and break it? And then she told me, she's like, he put my head through that. And I was like, so he's just fucking crazy.
I love
and he
how
was
the
too
language of the
afraid.
lie is
Yeah.
technically true. Well,
Yeah.
my ex fell through. Well, she was thrown through it.
Yeah, it was
Hey,
your
there was
fault.
some assist.
It'd be like
Going
It'd be
on.
like if
Yeah.
OJ's describing
an
himself as a
assist.
widower. Technically,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
true.
It's true, but he killed her.
But he kind of killed her.
He made
Yeah.
it sound. I think he was too afraid to be that vicious with me because my family would hunt down.
He had
and
met
murder.
me.
There'd be a lot of hunting down and being murdered that would happen in that situation. Like, are we going to talk about breaking more laws here? Because that would happen. But the funniest thing is like when we I
So
went
the breakup happens. I think
breakup
you need to get
happens.
to the breakup.
Okay, so the breakup happens. I get home in the morning. I call my best friend and I'm like, he fucking broke up with me. Like, I'm coming to your house. So I dropped my son off with his dad because I was like, I cannot be a hot mess in front of my kid. And his dad was like, I got it. Go cry fest. It's fine. And he was like, cool about it.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, we co-parent pretty well. Don't make faces.
I'm not making faces. Go on.
Wish I caught the face.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do that again for the
Nope.
But...
Everyone wants to see.
But so I went to my best friend's house. I got absolutely blackout drunk for like an entire weekend and just cried in her like upstairs like living room. We were just like, "Ugh." And her boyfriend ordered us so much food. He was the best. He just kept ordering pizzas, being like, you guys need to eat while you're getting hammered. And he just let us be drunk and sad and cry upstairs. And he like gave me a hug and he's like, it's okay. I get it. And we're like, yeah. But so that was good. But then finally it got to the point where I needed to go get all of my shit from his house.
Uh-huh.
This
This
the
is
funny
where it
part.
got interesting.
So, first of all, my
A
mom.
plan was hatched by her and Ari. First,
Yeah, first.
while you were drunk eating pizza and ice cream.
Yeah. Well, there was no ice cream. It was just mostly pizza.
I would have had ice cream.
I
so
don't like sweet
whatever.
stuff.
Yeah.
So that's you.
You're weird.
I
Anyway,
liked pizza and tequila. That's what made me feel better.
move on.
So we are planning everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I call my mom. I'm like, all right, we're going to bring Walter over the house for him to hang with Joe. Like
Me
my-
and Joe.
Yeah.
Mimi
and then
and Pepe.
we were going to go to his house and get all my stuff. Because I couldn't go alone because, like, we were afraid of whatever the fuck he would do. Because he was, like, so fucking manic. Like, this guy stopped cutting his hair. He stopped getting dressed. He would just, like, live in sweatpants and be, like, a hot mess. And you're like, are you
Even
fucking
his
okay?
skin got really bad.
Yeah, he kept picking on his face. And I was
Yeah.
like, what's happening to this? Like, where's my hot boyfriend that was, like, big and muscly to, like,
Yeah.
gah,
Fell
this
apart.
garbage human.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we show up. And all of my stuff is like neatly packed. He like put it into the
corner.
in the kitchen area.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk in. He goes to go play in the back, like in the video games or whatever, to ignore the fact that we were at the house. And I literally was like, "So you're not gonna fucking say anything?" I was like, "You're not even gonna speak to me, not say I'm sorry that I was a douchebag." Like
The plan was to go in, take the shit, and leave
quietly.
quietly.
I didn't go.
That
quiet.
was the plan. That was the plan
go
we had. We
quietly.
we knocked on the door. He opened the door. He let us in. We were going to get Devin's stuff. And we were going to quietly leave.
Mind you, I've never even yelled at this person, so he had no idea what
Fucking-
angry,
okay.
pissed off.
He
Devin
didn't
was.
know.
And so I was screaming, telling
So-
him to go fuck himself. I was like, no wonder why your brother doesn't like you, you big piece of shit. I was like, horrible.
She said a lot of things.
A lot of things came flying. I have a talent to go after everything that's
Devin
gonna make
goes
you
for the
upset.
jugular immediately.
I want you to feel
Immediately.
Oh, Jesus
Tranny
Christ.
fucker was thrown out there. Like
I am.
everything.
in
She
front of my
had-
mom. I'm like, you tranny
I was
fucker.
like,
and mind you,
whatever.
nothing against
So we go
trannies, it's
in, we
just
get the
him.
stuff. We get the stuff. And this bitch decides that she wants this free fucking chair they found somewhere. I don't know how.
It was a really nice chair.
whatever. They got some chair.
I wanted it because it was mine.
She had to have the chair. So he goes over and blocks the door and says, "You're not getting the chair." I said, "Get the fuck out of my way. If she wants the chair, I'm getting the chair." It's her chair. And he immediately stepped back.
And I knocked over his
He got
potted
back.
plants that he had.
He
in
stepped
there. I
back.
was like,
He stepped
"Take
back
it."
and he stayed out. So meanwhile, I'm trying to take the chair. Doesn't fit through the doorway. Apparently, they get it in there. They had to take the door off. Whatever. So I'm yanking the door through the chair. The chair through the door.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say what?
The chair through the door, and it's banging off the sides of the and whatever. So I get the chair out. Devin's like, "There's an ottoman that goes with it." I'm like.
I was like, I want the front piece too.
I'm like,
Oh
fuck
my.
you, go back in there and get it. I'm dragging this big, horribly heavy, awkward
Right.
chair
It
down
was like a
this
rocking chair
long
that was super
hallway,
comfy.
banging it. Devin's screaming horrid things, swearing, screaming at
To
the
the point
guy.
where his neighbors came out.
come out.
And they're like,
They're like, what's
you
going on?
okay?
And I'm
I was
banging
like,
a chair
"Fuck off."
down the stairs. Wall, wall, wall. Man, how are you trying to get it? He comes out, he's screaming, I'm being accosted by 3 women.
he didn't even know what the word
I'm being
accosted means
accosted.
before dating me.
A week before, Devin had an argument with him over what the word accosted
No,
meant.
because
and if it was an actual
I was
word.
at the gas station, and this
I think
big
it cost $40.
no, this big ass woman comes up to me and she's like, my kids in the car, like everything, and she's like huge, like I've never seen anyone this big, and she's like, you look good. You want to come hang out? Me and my friends. I was like, I have my child with me.
I'm scared of you.
I'm afraid of you. Like in Nashua, New Hampshire. So
Oh,
like you can
yeah,
only
I'd be afraid.
imagine.
We're gonna
And I
get
called
kidnapped.
him and I was like, I was just accosted by a giant lesbian. And he's like, that's not even a word. I'm like, yeah. It is.
Oh my God.
I was like, Jesus.
Another
Christ.
red flag.
Yeah, another one. He's stupid. But yeah,
Low
so he was
intelligence
yelling that he
level.
like was
Yeah,
accosted, and I was like, I taught you that, you stupid fuck. I'm like, what? But then he like went to grab me, and this one,
Oh, we went to grab her.
oh my god!
Don't put your hands on my daughter.
She
Not in front. No.
She literally, like, Ariel
No.
thought that you were going to murder him, like, on spot. Because you're like, get. Her jaw was protruding. Get your fucking hands off my daughter. And I was like, you fucked up. You just triggered the Emer machine that's going to murder you right now. And she's not going to know because she's going to be blacked out with rage. And you're just going to fucking have your head slammed through something. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm terrified. So I was like, ugh. But
All
the
of that
best-
is not untrue.
the best part about it was the house key that I had was also attached to his motorcycle key. So he was like, I need my keys back. I need my keys back. And I was like, okay.
Like, I got him.
We have all of my stuff in the car. And I was like, we got everything. We got everything. And my mom starts,
Meanwhile, we tried 15 different ways to get
get
the
that
stupid
stupid chair.
chair into the
Didn't
car.
Didn't
Now, the
fit.
chair wouldn't get in the car. And finally, I was like, Devin, we got to get the fuck out of here. I am done with this. The neighbors are out. Like, you know, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
So put the chair, put it back on the front lawn. I don't care. It's New
We put it
Hampshire.
behind
Put
the
it on the
truck.
front lawn and it'll look normal. It's okay.
well, we put it on the truck.
So
like in
so
behind
she goes,
it.
no, never mind, whatever. So he has this big pickup truck he's so proud of. So we pull. I grab the chair and I
That is
yank it.
marvelous.
I yank it down the parking lot and I put the chair right behind his car. And he's yelling for his. And you better give me my keys back. Just put my keys back. So
It's
that's how he did it. Ask BGM. He'll tell you he is way more of a man. So anyway, he goes, give me my keys back. Devin goes, okay, I got your keys. It had
So,
snowed a foot of snow.
There was like,
something
yeah,
that
there was like a foot of snow outside, and like where the apartment complex was, there was like a fence and then like woods behind it. So it's like, you want your keys? And I was like, go fuck
God.
yourself. And I threw it over
over the fence into
So we
the
had
snowbank on the other
Climb the
side.
fence, and you couldn't climb it back, so you have to climb it and then walk like 3 miles.
So he's very
around.
not athletic at all. So.
No. So
But
I
also,
just
like,
tossed
the
his.
odds of you finding those keys are pretty remote.
He never
Pretty
found
sure he
them.
didn't find him.
He never found them. He told me when he cried coming back
He
to me over
cried.
the summer. He like sent me like all
Yeah.
these messages being like, Devin, I'm so sorry. I was so awful to you. I loved you. Like, no one's ever been there for me. And I was like, oh man, I feel bad for him now. And I like met up with him, and then he started talking to me about how his grandmother was communicating with aliens on a Ouija board. I dated this person.
So that red flag she picked up real big and loud. And
I was like-
went,
He wanted to like go away together too, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah.
can't go away. Like I had already bought like a thing to go see the Lizzie Borden house, and I was like, Mom, you're coming with me because I'm not going with you. Because she's like, if you want to get back, I'll support.
that's a whole nother story. Liz Borden, how she made me sleep in. Yeah.
You fucking loved it. You got.
No, I didn't love it.
we made
actually.
friends.
We
But
didn't
yeah, that was
make
the end
any
of
friends.
the Patrick thing, but
Anyway, so that's how ended.
yeah. But let's jump into Lizzie Borden because that's a good one. Just so you know.
Can I take a break and go to the bathroom first?
Why?
Because I have to go to the bathroom.
But why?
Let her take a pee. Jesus.
Because we were going to do a double header today, and I think the Lizzie Borden house will be the second part
Yeah.
of your double
There you
header.
go. Why don't you, so then why don't you make this wrap on a nice beat that maybe I'm providing right now by saying wrap this on a nice beat, and then come back for
Yeah.
episode 2.
Yes.
Wrap it up, Mom.
Don't forget to plug Jeff.
After all audio
Can you say it?
production.
Wait, did she say it right?
That's right.
Good
you don't have to
job.
plug me during the show. That's fine.
No, yeah, she should. Absolutely.
But like also suck it. I said it right.
Oh, fuck you.
Love you. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.